All right, we turn next here to the candidate who's at the top of the polls, Donald Trump. But the former president is also facing 4 criminal trials this year. So how might that play out? My conversation earlier this week with former prosecutor Jeremy Rosenthal. Jeremy, is there a situation where one of these trials could come to some kind of conclusion in 2024? And could Donald Trump end up being president and convicted of a crime at the same time?
I think so. If he is convicted of one or more of those, all of the mechanisms for the criminal justice system are sort of independent of the electoral system. So it's quite possible that he goes to trial, is acquitted, or convicted on some of those charges. I think the better question is there going to be sentencing?
Could he be under house arrest at Mar-a-Lago and be the president of the United States?
Hard to know how that part of it's going to play out. And I guess the question shifts to, can a current president be punished? Can the state of Georgia put him on house arrest while he's the president of the United States at Mar-a-Lago? That's a great legal question. It really is.
If this ultimately winds up in the high court, the Supreme Court, there's no legal precedent, is there, for them to go off of to make a decision on something like this?
Everything that we're seeing is the first of its kind.
Do any of these trials come to fruition before November of this year, or do you think it's more than likely that Trump and his attorneys just keep kicking the can down the road to 2025?
You got 4 cases. I have a hard time thinking none of them are going to get tried before November. I also have a hard time thinking all of them are going to get tried before November. The Mar-a-Lago case is set in May. I think it's somewhat likely that happens, and sometime soon. We're going to get some rulings in New York State. We're going to get some rulings on the January 6th case on trial dates there. I know that they want to try him in August in Georgia, but ultimately a federal judge in particular doesn't like being told that they have to wait.
They don't like death threats either, and I'm just wondering if that also enters the equation. I don't know. Like you said, we're in uncharted territory here. Thank you for your insight. Really appreciate it. Hope to have you back on.